The first time Lena Everhart realized her family wasn't just fractured, it was broken beyond repair. She didn't know she'd also inherited a secret that could destroy everything she loved. Rain slammed against the windows of her childhood home as she sifted through her mother's belongings, searching for something, anything that might explain the emptiness that had always haunted them. That's when she found it. A black lacquered box, small and unassuming, but humming with a presence she could feel in her bones. The moment her fingers brushed its surface, the world shifted. Shadows twisted unnaturally in the corners of the room. A chill raced up her spine, and for the first time, she realized fear could be exhilarating and deadly. Then the knock came. So hesitant, but enough to make her heart stop. Standing there in the pouring rain was a man she'd never met, yet someone in her chest recognized immediately. His eyes held answers and dangers she couldn't yet imagine. When he smiled, the first word formed on her lips, "Who?" But before she could finish, everything she thought she knew about love, family, and safety shattered. Because some doors, once opened, can never be closed. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories. For years, Lena Calloway had mastered the art of pretending. Pretending her marriage wasn't collapsing. Pretending her teenage daughter didn't resent her. Pretending the empty spaces in her home didn't echo louder than the laughter that once lived there. When her husband left without so much as a backward glance, Lena told herself she was fine. She poured her energy into her floral shop, Bloom and Hearth, arranging beauty for others while feeling none of it for herself. Work was predictable. It didn't walk away. But everything changed on a fog-heavy Thursday morning. The bell above her shop door chimed, and in walked a man she'd never seen, tall, wind-tousled, with eyes the color of a storm rolling in. He carried a wilted bouquet of sunflowers, their heads drooped and petals browned from neglect. "Can these be saved?" he asked, voice low, hopeful. Lena opened her mouth to give the practical answer. "No, they're too far gone," but something in his expression stopped her. It wasn't just disappointment. It was grief. And suddenly she wasn't talking to a customer, she was talking to a story. "I'll do my best," she said softly. He introduced himself as Rowan Hale, new to town, recently having taken over the old carpenter's workshop across the street. He lingered while she trimmed stems and breathed life back into the flowers. Their conversation stretched easily, about the town, about rebuilding, about second chances. He laughed in a way that made the shop feel warmer. For the first time in months, Lena felt the trembling spark of something. Over the next weeks, Rowan became a fixture, bringing flowers to restore, asking for advice on decorating his shop, sometimes simply sitting in the corner sipping coffee while she worked. Lena's daughter, Maggie, rolled her eyes at first, until Rowan helped her fix a broken guitar stand and treated her like she mattered. Slowly, Lena's fractured home began to knit itself together in ways she hadn't dared dream. One evening, as golden dusk filtered through the shop windows, Rowan stood close, too close, hands dusted with sawdust and eyes filled with a question he hadn't yet asked. "Lena," he murmured, "there's something I need to tell you, something I should have said the day we met." Her heart thudded, her breath caught. Before he could continue, the shop door flew open with a jarring crash. Lena froze. Maggie stood in the doorway, shaking, her face drained of color. "Mom," she whispered, voice trembling. "You need to come with me. It's about Dad. He's back, and he says he needs to talk to you. He says it can't wait." Lena felt the world tilt beneath her feet. Rowan's jaw clenched. The air between them crackled. And outside, in the deepening twilight, a familiar silhouette waited. Lena's pulse hammered in her ears as she stepped out of the shop, the air thick with the scent of rain and unfinished truths. Maggie hovered beside her, torn between anger and worry, while Rowan lingered just inside the doorway, a silent shadow carved by the shop's warm light. At the curb stood Daniel, her husband, her ex-husband, or at least the man who had walked out and never looked back. He looked different now, less polished, less certain. His shoulders, once squared with confidence, sagged under a weight she didn't recognize. His eyes searched hers with a desperation that made something twist painfully in her chest. "Lena," he breathed, taking one hesitant step forward. Please, hear me out. Lena's grip tightened around the edge of her apron. What are you doing here, Daniel? He swallowed, glancing toward Maggie but speaking only to her. I made a mistake. A terrible one. And before you say anything, I know I don't deserve to be listened to. But I need to explain why I left. Why I disappeared. Rowan's figure shifted behind her, the motion catching Daniel's eye. His jaw tightened. So this is why you won't return my calls? Daniel said bitterly. You've replaced me already? Lena's breath caught. Don't make this about. No, Rowan cut in, stepping outside. He didn't raise his voice, but the steel beneath it was unmistakable. You walked away from them. Don't stand here and pretend you were pushed. Daniel's eyes flashed. And who are you to speak? For a heartbeat, the world held perfectly still. The rain started, a soft pattering that kissed the pavement and soaked Rowan's hair in seconds. Rowan opened his mouth, then hesitated, as though the answer mattered more than either of them understood. I'm someone, he finally said, voice quiet but unwavering, who should have told Lena the truth sooner. Lena turned sharply to him. Rowan, what truth? His storm-gray eyes met hers, full of apology and something darker, fear, guilt. She couldn't read it, and that terrified her. He exhaled shakily. There's something connecting me to Daniel. Something from before you and I met. Something I didn't know how to tell you. Daniel's face hardened. Don't, Daniel warned. Rowan, don't you dare. Maggie grabbed Lena's hand. Mom, what's happening? Rowan took another step toward her, rain streaking down his cheeks like tears. Lena, he said softly, painfully, Daniel isn't the only one who kept something from you. The truth is, he and I. A car screeched around the corner. A black SUV. Too fast. Its headlights flared white in the rain, and then aimed straight at them. Lena! Rowan shouted, lunging forward. Everything exploded into motion. And then, the world went white. A deafening crunch tore through the street. Lena didn't feel herself hit the pavement, only the sudden, violent tug as Rowan's arms wrapped around her and Maggie, pulling them out of the SUV's direct path. The vehicle clipped the curb where they'd been standing a heartbeat before, fishtailing wildly before slamming into a street lamp with a metallic howl. Sparks rained. Glass sprayed. The SUV's engine hissed like a wounded animal. For a moment, no one moved. Rain hammered the silence, drumming against Lena's ears as she blinked through the shock. Her palms stung. Her knees throbbed. But she was alive. Maggie coughed beside her, shaking. Mom? I'm here, Lena whispered, pulling her into her arms. I've got you. Rowan groaned, bracing himself against the pavement as he pushed up to one knee. His sleeve was torn, blood trickling from a cut along his forearm, but he was alive too. Daniel stumbled toward them, wild-eyed. Is everyone okay? Lena, Maggie, God, I didn't even see. But Lena wasn't listening, because the SUV's driver's side door had just creaked open. A figure stepped out, hood up, face obscured by shadow and rain. Too calm, too deliberate. They didn't run, didn't look injured. Instead, they closed the door gently, almost politely, and turned their head in the family's direction. Rowan's entire body went rigid. No, he whispered, breath shaking. It can't be him. Lena stared at Rowan. You know who that is? His jaw clenched. A war raged behind his eyes. Fear, fury, and something like resignation. I was trying to tell you. But I thought, God, I thought I still had time. Daniel grabbed Rowan's arm. You told me you cut ties. That he wouldn't come after you. I did, Rowan snapped. But he must have traced me here. Who? Lena demanded. Someone say his name. The figure paused under the flickering street lamp. Rain glimmered off something metallic in his hand, something small, sharp, unmistakably threatening. Rowan stepped in front of Lena and Maggie, voice low and urgent. Lena, that man is my brother. Daniel swore under his breath. Half-brother, he corrected tightly. And the reason my company fell apart. Lena felt the world tilt again. You're telling me that the man who just tried to hit us isn't just his family, Daniel said, eyes pinned on the advancing figure. He's the one who blackmailed me into leaving. Lena's breath caught. Maggie whispered, I'm scared. And then Rowan's brother stopped beneath the street lamp. He pushed back his hood. A slow smile slid across his face, cold, familiar in a way that made Lena's skin crawl even though she'd never seen him before. Hello, Lena, he said softly, as if greeting an old friend. Ready to hear the truth now? Lena felt the air tighten around her, as if the entire world had drawn in a single, sharp breath and refused to release it. Rowan's brother, this stranger with Rowan's cheekbones and Daniel's ruthlessness, took one slow step closer. Rain slid down his face, carving gleaming lines across his twisted smile. Stay behind me, Rowan murmured, lowering his stance like he'd done this before, facing down danger, or perhaps this very man. But Lena couldn't stay back. Not now. Not when her entire life had just snapped open like a door she didn't know she'd been standing behind. Who are you? Lena demanded, forcing steel into her voice despite the tremor beneath it. And what do you want with my family? He chuckled. It was soft, casual, terrifying. Family. That's cute. You think you know what that word means? His gaze flicked to Rowan. He never told you, did he? About where we came from. About the mess he left behind. Rowan stiffened. Don't. This has nothing to do with her. Doesn't it? The man tilted his head, studying Lena with unsettling calm. Lena, my brother here has a talent for slipping into broken homes and playing the hero. But he never tells anyone the whole story. Not even the people he claims to care about. Enough. Rowan snapped. But Rowan's brother lifted a single hand, silencing him. Daniel suddenly stepped forward, voice low. If you're here for me, take it up with me. Lena and Maggie aren't part of this. The man's smile sharpened. Oh, Daniel. Still pretending you're noble. His eyes gleamed with something darker than contempt. But you know exactly why I'm here. Why I had to find Rowan. Why I had to find her. Lena's heartbeat thudded painfully against her ribs. Maggie squeezed her hand, whispering, Mom? Why does he keep looking at you like that? Before Lena could answer, the man reached into his coat. Rowan lunged forward, but stopped cold when he saw what his brother pulled out. Not a weapon. A photograph. Weathered. The edges curled from years of handling. And on it, a woman who looked unmistakably like Lena, standing beside a man who was neither Rowan nor Daniel. Lena's breath vanished. That's impossible, she whispered. That's not me. No, the man agreed softly, stepping close enough for her to see the truth in his eyes. It's not. But it is someone who has everything to do with you. His gaze locked with hers. Lena, this woman was our mother. Rowan's face drained of color. Daniel swore under his breath. Maggie let out a strangled gasp. Lena staggered back. Your mother? But I never. You never knew her, the man said. But she knew you. The rain seemed to stop. Or maybe Lena simply couldn't hear it anymore over the roaring in her ears. Rowan's voice cracked as he whispered, There's more. There's so much more. But Rowan's brother stepped between them, blocking her view of Rowan completely. Lena, he said, his voice dangerously calm, the truth is simple. He leaned in, and for the first time, she saw it, the resemblance she had missed until now. You, he said, his breath cold against her cheek, are the reason our family fell apart. Lightning split the sky. Lena's world shattered with it. The word struck Lena like a physical blow. You are the reason our family fell apart. Her knees weakened, but Daniel caught her elbow before she slipped. Rowan surged forward, fury breaking through his shock. Don't you dare blame her for your chaos, Rowan snarled. She didn't even know. Yes, his brother cut in sharply. And isn't that interesting? She didn't know. Yet everything started with her. Lena's voice shook. I've never met your mother. I don't know anything about your family. You must be mistaken. He lifted the photo again, forcing it into her shaking hands. The young woman in the picture wasn't identical to Lena, but the resemblance was uncanny. Her posture, her eyes, the curve of her smile. And in the background of the faded image was something Lena recognized with a jolt. A necklace. The same one she had discovered in a box after her parents died. The same one she had worn as a girl, thinking nothing of its origins. A necklace her mother claimed had been a gift from an old friend. Lena felt the air leave her lungs. "No," she whispered. "This is impossible." Rowan's brother watched her with unsettling calm, like a man observing a puzzle finally fall into place. "You've spent your life believing you were ordinary," he said. "But the truth is, your father wasn't who you think he was. And our mother, she wasn't simply an old friend of your family." Rowan stepped beside Lena, his voice a rough whisper. "Lena, we didn't know. I swear to you, we didn't know until recently. I found this same photo among my mother's old things. I came here to tell you, but then Daniel shook his head hard. "I kept quiet because I thought it would destroy you. Our mother, she was connected to your family in ways I never wanted you to know." Lena stared between them, panic tightening around her throat. "Stop," she said. "All of you. Someone tell me, clearly, what this means." Rowan's brother's cold smile widened. "Oh, it's very simple." He stepped closer, bending slightly so they were eye to eye. "Your mother and ours were not just friends. They were involved in things your family kept hidden. Dangerous things. And when our mother disappeared," his voice dipped, almost tender, "your family was the last one to see her alive." Lena gasped. "That can't be true." "It is," he said quietly. "And my brother, your sweet, noble Rowan, has been trying to protect you because he knows what I found. The records. The letters. The reason she vanished." Rowan grabbed his brother's arm. "Enough. You're twisting this. She doesn't know anything." "Precisely," his brother hissed. "Which means she might still have something we need." Lena froze. "What do you mean, need?" The man's gaze darkened. "There's a key your mother kept hidden. A key she passed down to someone she trusted more than anyone else." He leaned in until his lips were inches from her ear. "And that someone is you, Lena." A chill ripped down her spine. Maggie whimpered behind her. "Mom, what key? What's he talking about?" Lena opened her mouth, then shut it, because suddenly, something surfaced from the depths of her memory. A box. A letter she'd never opened. A warning written on the lid in her mother's handwriting. For when the past returns. Her hands trembled, and Rowan's brother saw the recognition in her eyes. "There it is," he whispered. "You know." Rowan grabbed Lena's hand. "Don't listen to him. We can leave, we can get somewhere safe and figure this out." But before Lena could move, Daniel stepped between them, eyes blazing. "No, we're not running anymore. If there's something in her family's past that threatens her, threatens Maggie, we're facing it now." Rowan's brother only smiled. "Then I hope you're ready," he said softly, "because you're already too late." At that exact moment, another car turned onto the street, dark, silent, headlights off. The doors opened. Two figures stepped out, dressed in black, faces hidden, moving with precision. Rowan went pale. Oh God, he didn't come alone. Lena grabbed Maggie, heart slamming against her ribs. "What do they want?" she cried. "What does any of this have to do with me?" Rowan's brother met her gaze for a final, chilling moment. "Everything," he said. And then the two masked figures began walking toward them. The masked figures moved with unnerving precision, their footsteps silent on the rain-slick pavement. Lena's heart thundered in her chest, each beat louder than the last. She clutched Maggie's hand tightly, feeling the tremor in her daughter's fingers. Rowan positioned himself in front of them, muscles coiled, ready to spring. Daniel took the opposite side, fists clenched. "Who are they?" Lena demanded, voice cracking. Rowan's jaw tightened. "Enforcers. My brother, he didn't just come for answers. He came for control. And these two? They make sure no one interferes." Lena swallowed hard. Control of what? Before Rowan could answer, the taller of the masked figures stepped forward. He reached into his jacket and pulled out a small, ornate box, black lacquered, edges gilded. Lena's stomach dropped. She recognized it. "That?" she whispered, eyes widening. That's the box. The one my mother left me. Rowan's brother smiled, teeth glinting in the dim streetlight. Finally, he said softly, we're at the moment I've been waiting for. That box holds the key to everything. The truth your family tried to bury, the secrets your mother protected, and yes, Lena, the reason our lives, and yours, became so entangled. Lena's hands shook as she stared at the box. She had always felt it was important, but never imagined it would bring danger. This, chaos, fear she had never known. She took a hesitant step forward. It's mine. My mother gave it to me. You can't just take it. The shorter masked figure raised a hand, and in a swift motion, the box was snatched from Lena's grasp. The taller figure handed it to Rowan's brother, who cradled it as though it were a precious jewel. Now, he said, voice low and cold, we see what you are capable of. Because the moment you open that box, Lena, you step into a world that will change your life forever. And there's no going back. Lena's pulse raced. Her instincts screamed to run, but where could she go? Rowan and Daniel flanked her protectively, but even their presence didn't chase away the fear curling in her stomach. Open it, Rowan's brother whispered, or you will never understand why your family, why all of us, have suffered. The choice is yours. Lena stared at the black lacquered box in his hands. The rain poured harder, soaking her hair and dripping into her eyes. She felt Maggie press against her side, small but trembling, silently trusting her mother to make the right decision. With a deep breath, Lena reached for the box. Just as her fingers brushed the lid, a deafening shot rang out. The world erupted into chaos. Screams, rain splashing, shouts from Rowan and Daniel. The masked figures leaped toward cover. Rowan's brother stumbled, clutching his shoulder, and the box slipped from his hands, sliding across the wet asphalt toward Lena. She dove, snatched it, and rolled behind a parked car. Heart hammering, soaked through to the bone, she clutched the box to her chest. Rowan's voice rang in her ears. Lena, don't open it. Not yet. But it was too late. The box was in her hands, and a small golden key glinted in the rain-soaked light, lying atop the lid as if waiting for her to discover it. Her breath caught. The key was familiar, the one her mother had always warned her about. Lena's eyes met Rowan's, wide and fearful, but he said nothing. Daniel's face was pale, tight with tension. Somewhere in the shadows, her brother's gaze lingered on her. He spoke, voice low and deadly calm. Do it. Open it. Because if you don't, I swear, someone else will. Lena's hand hovered over the key. And then, lightning struck directly above, illuminating the street, the rain, the black lacquered box, and the three figures surrounding her. The air vibrated with tension. She knew, with every fiber of her being, that opening this box would change everything. Her finger pressed down on the key. And then, the story went black. Lena's finger trembled as it pressed the small golden key into the lock of the black lacquered box. The rain fell harder, drumming against the asphalt like a heartbeat she could feel in her bones. Rowan's hands hovered near hers, tense, ready to grab her if the worst happened. Daniel's jaw was tight, knuckles white. Even Maggie clutched Lena's sleeve, eyes wide. The lock clicked. A faint golden glow seeped from the box's edges. Lena's breath hitched. She slowly lifted the lid, and what she saw made her gasp and then freeze. Inside were dozens of folded letters, a small leather-bound journal, and a delicate locket. But it wasn't just the objects. The air around the box seemed charged, heavy with secrets and unspoken truths. She picked up the journal first, hands shaking. The cover was embossed with her mother's initials. Opening it, she saw pages filled with meticulous handwriting. Names, dates, coded references. And then, one entry caught her eye. If Lena ever finds this, she must know the truth. Our family is not what it seems. Danger follows the bloodline. Rowan, trust him. Daniel, you must be careful. But most of all, Lena, never underestimate what love can protect. The others will come for you. Only together can you survive. Lena's heart skipped. Rowan leaned closer. She meant me? Yes, Lena whispered, voice barely audible. And Daniel, you somehow. Before anyone could process the weight of the revelation, a metallic click sounded behind them. Rowan spun, pulling Lena and Maggie behind him. The masked figures had returned. One held a strange, thin device that hummed ominously in the rain. A tracker? The bomb? Lena couldn't tell. "Give it to us," the taller masked figure demanded. "The box. It belongs to our family now." Rowan's brother stepped forward, limping slightly, but his eyes never left Lena. "No," he said coldly. "It's hers. It always was. And now, she holds the power to decide who survives." Lena stared at the journal, at the letters, at the locket glinting under the rain. And then she noticed the last, folded paper at the bottom of the box. She unfolded it. A single phrase was scrawled in her mother's handwriting. "The bloodline chooses the protector, the one who can unlock what even time cannot hide." Lena's eyes met Rowan's. Her pulse pounded. "Protector?" A low whistle cut through the rain. The masked figures advanced again, and Daniel shouted, "We can't hold them off forever." Lena made a snap decision. She grabbed the locket, pressed it against her chest, and whispered, almost to herself, "I choose him." Rowan froze, eyes widening, heart hammering. "Lena, what?" But before he could say more, the locket glowed brilliantly. A surge of warmth spread through Lena's body. The masked figure screamed, stumbling backward as if repelled by an invisible force. The box levitated slightly, suspended between Lena's hands and the ground, glowing like molten gold. Even Rowan and Daniel stumbled back, shielding their eyes from the intensity. And then, through the rain, through the chaos, through the glow, Lena heard a voice. Not her mother's, not Rowan's, but soft, commanding, unmistakably hers. "The time has come. Protect love, or lose everything." Rowan reached for her again, but Lena felt herself being lifted slightly off the ground, the box hovering before her as a current of energy pulsed around them. Her brother's cold, calculating gaze met hers once more. "You don't understand, Lena, that box, what your mother left, is not just a secret. It's a power, and it can destroy everything you love." Lena's eyes narrowed. She gripped the box tighter. "Then I'll protect it, and I'll protect him, and I won't let anyone." A deafening crack of lightning struck nearby. The ground trembled, and suddenly, the rain parted, revealing a shadowy figure at the end of the street. Taller than Rowan's brother, cloaked, moving with unnatural speed. Rowan's breath caught. "Tempest not yet?" "Not here." The figure stopped. One glowing eye pierced the storm toward Lena. "You have the box," it said, voice like ice. "Now the game begins." Before anyone could react, the streetlights flickered and then went out. Darkness swallowed them all. The darkness was suffocating, broken only by the occasional flash of lightning that illuminated the drenched street. Lena's hands clenched around the glowing box. The warmth pulsed through her, like a heartbeat syncing with her own. Rowan's voice broke through the storm. "Lena, whatever that is, it's not just a box. You have to trust me. You can't fight it alone." She swallowed hard, staring at him. Trust? After everything, after the lies, the chaos, the danger, it was terrifying. Yet, something in Rowan's steady, unwavering gaze made her heart ache and burn all at once. Before she could respond, the cloaked figure at the far end of the street moved again, gliding almost unnaturally through the rain. Every step it took seemed to suck the light from the storm, and the masked enforcers behind it froze. "It's him," Rowan whispered, voice tight. "The one I warned you about. He's the reason my mother disappeared. The one who wants the box more than anything." Lena's pulse raced. "What does he want? Why the box?" Rowan's brother muttered under his breath, limping closer. "Power, control, vengeance. Everything our family ever tried to hide is in that box. He's been waiting for the day someone would open it. And now," his gaze pierced Lena's, "now it's you." Daniel stepped protectively to her side. "We'll handle him. Just keep the box safe." Lena looked at the glowing box cradled in her arms. It seemed alive, humming softly, responding to her heartbeat. A strange instinct whispered in her mind, guiding her movements, warning her, daring her. Rowan stepped closer, brushing soaked strands of hair from her face. His eyes were wild, desperate, and tender. "Lena, whatever happens, you don't have to do this alone. Not now, not ever." Her chest tightened. She wanted to trust him, wanted to lean into the warmth of his words. But the cloaked figure was closer now. Shadows stretched unnaturally long, almost reaching the trio, and the wind carried a hiss of danger that set every nerve on edge. Suddenly, the box flared brighter than ever. Letters and the journal floated slightly from its interior, spinning in the golden glow. The locket in Lena's hand snapped open on its own, revealing a tiny, intricate keyhole she hadn't noticed before. "The key!" Rowan shouted. "Lena, the locket, it's part of the box. It's what activates it." Her hands shook violently. I don't know if I should." "You can't stop now," Rowan urged, pressing close enough for her to feel the warmth of his body. "It's either now or they take it, and us." Lena's mind raced. "I can't lose him. I can't lose Maggie. I can't lose this family I'm finally starting to love again." Her fingers found the tiny keyhole, fitting the locket perfectly. The box shuddered violently, golden light erupting outward, illuminating the shadows and forcing the cloaked figure to stagger back. And then, a voice, low and commanding, echoed around them. "Only one heart bound by love can unlock the truth. Only one choice will save or destroy." Lena's eyes met Rowan's. Without words, they understood each other. She turned the locket. The glow intensified. Energy surged outward, lifting them slightly off the ground. Rowan grabbed her hand, holding on, and their fingers locked with a spark she could feel down to her bones. But the cloaked figure did not retreat. Instead, it lunged forward, darkness crackling like fire around it. Lena's chest tightened. She had unlocked something, but she had no idea what. And then, she heard it. A whisper, soft but deadly, curling around her mind. "Choose wisely, Lena, or everything you love will burn." The box pulsed in her arms, golden light flaring, Rowan's grip steadying her. Maggie whimpered, clinging to Lena's side. And the cloaked figure was almost upon them. The golden glow from the box blazed brighter, almost blinding Lena as the cloaked figure lunged forward. Rain splattered in her face, soaking her hair and clothes, but she barely felt it. Her entire focus was on the humming energy, radiating from the box. Rowan's hand clutched hers, warm and steady, grounding her in the storm of magic and fear. "Lena!" Rowan shouted over the roar of thunder. "Whatever it wants, don't fight it alone. Trust yourself and me." Lena nodded, teeth gritted. She could feel the box vibrating against her chest, responding to her heartbeat, as if it recognized the depth of her fear, her love, her determination. The cloaked figure stopped abruptly, hovering a few feet away. A voice, like ice and smoke combined, slithered through the storm. "You think love will save you?" it hissed. "Power doesn't care for feelings. And you have no idea what you've unleashed." Lena's chest tightened, but she pressed the locket firmly into the golden keyhole. The box flared, and suddenly the letters and the journal rose into the air, spinning around her in a vortex of golden light. The cloaked figure recoiled, staggering back, as if the very force of the box repelled it. Rowan stepped closer, brushing wet strands from her face. "You can do this, Lena. Whatever is in there, it's yours to control. You're stronger than you know." Her hand tightened around his. Her chest burned, her mind raced, but in that instant, she realized something that no danger, no secret, no storm could erase. She was not alone. She had Rowan. She had Maggie. She had love. The locket clicked. The box's golden light exploded outward, illuminating the entire street. The cloaked figure screamed, a sound that was more like shattering glass than a human cry, and the shadows surrounding it twisted violently before scattering into the storm. But then, something darker, heavier, shifted in the air. Rowan's brother stumbled forward, bleeding from his shoulder but eyes locked on the box. You've awakened it," he breathed, awe and fear mingling in his voice. "The box doesn't just hold secrets, it chooses its master. And Lena, it has chosen you." Lena's breath caught. The power humming through her was intoxicating, terrifying. She realized she could feel everything at once: the past, the secrets, the danger, and somehow, the way forward, the choices she must make. But before she could react, the shadows from the cloaked figure reformed, 10 times darker, moving faster, more deliberate. And now, the storm itself seemed to answer their approach, lightning crackling in a violent arc directly above Lena and Rowan. Rowan pressed close to her, voice low and urgent. "Lena, whatever happens next, stay with me. Whatever the box demands, we face it together." Lena looked into his eyes, saw the determination, the love, the fierce protectiveness. And then, with a deep breath, she whispered, "Together." The box pulsed once, twice, and then a blinding beam of golden light shot skyward, cutting through the storm like a spear. The shadows screamed, twisting violently, before disappearing, leaving silence, rain, and the faint smell of ozone. Lena exhaled, trembling. She looked down at the box, now calm, humming gently, as if content in her hands. Rowan's arms wrapped around her, holding her close. Maggie clung to her side, safe for now. But in the distance, the faintest shadow moved along the rooftops. Observing, waiting, patient. And then a whisper drifted on the wind, almost indistinguishable over the rain. "You've only begun, Lena. The game has just started." Her hands tightened around the box. Her heart raced. Rowan held her closer. And for the first time, Lena understood. Love could protect, but it might not be enough. The rain had slowed to a steady drizzle, but the tension in the air was suffocating. Lena clutched the black lacquered box tightly against her chest, golden light pulsing faintly through the cracks in its lid. Rowan stood close, protective and unwavering, while Maggie clung to Lena's side, still trembling from the storm. The shadow on the rooftop remained, still silent, watching. Rowan's voice was low, tense. "Lena, whoever that is, they're not just after the box. They're after you. And they've been waiting for this moment for a long time." Lena swallowed hard, heart pounding. "Why me? Why now?" Rowan shook his head. "Because the box, your mother, it's all connected. And the person controlling the shadows knows the truth. Knows what you can do." Before Lena could respond, the shadow dropped down silently, landing on the street with the grace of a predator. Rain rolled off its cloak, and as it lifted its hood, the face beneath sent a jolt straight to Lena's heart. It was a woman, fierce, cold, and disturbingly familiar. "Mother," Lena whispered, disbelief and horror tangled in her voice. The woman's eyes glimmered like molten silver. "Not exactly," she said, voice sharp as ice. "I am the one your mother feared, the one she warned you about. I've waited for years for this moment. For you." Rowan stepped forward, shielding Lena. "Who are you? What do you want?" The woman's lips curved into a cruel smile. "I am the guardian of the box's full power. And now that Lena has unlocked it, I am here to test her, to see if she's worthy of holding the secrets, the strength, and the legacy she inherited." Lena's fingers tightened around the box. "Test me? What do you mean?" The woman's gaze locked on her, piercing and commanding. "Everything you've learned, everything you've felt, everything you love. I will force you to confront it. Only then will you understand the box. Only then will you survive." Maggie whimpered, clutching Lena's sleeve. Rowan's hands found hers. "Whatever happens, we face it together," he whispered fiercely. "I won't let anything happen to you." Lena nodded, her heart hammering. She took a deep breath, forcing courage into every bone. "I won't run. I won't hide. I'll face it. For my family. For us." The woman tilted her head, a cruel satisfaction in her expression. "Very well, then the test begins." Suddenly, the golden glow of the box flared violently, enveloping Lena and Rowan. Shadows rose from the asphalt like living things, writhing and twisting, forming grotesque shapes that hissed and lunged. Lena felt the box pulse in her hands, reacting to the fear and determination surging through her. Rowan gripped her tighter. "Stay with me. Focus on us. On love." The shadows surged closer. Lena felt a surge of energy from the box, connecting her heart, her emotions, her love for Rowan and Maggie. She screamed, throwing her whole being into it, and the golden light exploded outward. The shadows recoiled, screaming like tortured souls, before dissolving into mist. The woman stumbled back, eyes wide with shock. "You've done it," she hissed. "You've channeled it, but this is only the beginning." Lena dropped to her knees, breathing hard, the golden light fading to a soft glow around the box. Rowan crouched beside her, holding her close. "You're incredible," he whispered. "You really are." But the woman's voice cut through the storm again, low and chilling. "Enjoy this moment, Lena, because the true darkness is still coming. And when it arrives, only the box can save you or destroy you." Lightning split the sky, illuminating the street, and in the shadows behind them, figures emerged. Not one, not two, but dozens. Armed, silent, moving with deadly precision. Lena's heart sank. Rowan's arms tightened around her. "We fight together," he vowed, voice fierce. "Whatever comes, we survive. Together." The golden glow from the box pulsed once, twice, then flared brighter than ever, bathing the street in light. And Lena realized, with a mixture of terror and resolve, that her life, and the life of everyone she loved, was about to change forever. The street trembled under the weight of approaching danger. Lena's fingers clutched the black lacquered box, its golden glow pulsing in rhythm with her racing heartbeat. Rowan crouched beside her, holding her close, eyes scanning the shadows where dozens of figures emerged from the mist, silent, armed, and moving with deadly precision. "Lena," Rowan whispered, voice tight with determination, "whatever happens, we face this together. Stay close. Trust the box, trust us." Lena swallowed hard, nodding. The box pulsed as if sensing her fear, and her courage. The first shadow lunged. It moved faster than humanly possible, striking with a dark energy that hissed through the air. Lena felt the pulse of the box surge into her arms, and instinctively she raised it. A wave of golden light erupted from the box, hitting the attacker and sending it sprawling backward, smoke curling where it had struck. "Do it again," Rowan shouted, moving to block another assailant. His fists glowed faintly as the box's power seemed to resonate with him too. Lena's heart pounded. "I can do this. I have to." She pressed her palms to the box. The letters and journal inside lifted, spinning around her like a protective storm of light and knowledge. Each shadow that approached recoiled, shrieking as if the very air around the box burned them. Rowan's eyes met hers. "You're stronger than you think. Focus on us. On love." The words ignited something deep inside her. The glow of the box intensified, forming a golden barrier around them. Shadows slammed against it, screaming, hissing, twisting, but the light held. Suddenly, one figure pushed through, taller and faster than the rest, cloaked in the same silver-eyed aura as the mysterious woman who had appeared before. The figure's voice cut through the storm. "You cannot protect them forever, Lena. The box demands more. It will consume everything you love unless you prove worthy." Rowan stepped forward, fists clenched, muscles coiled. "Not if I'm here. Lena, we fight this, together." The figure lunged at Rowan. Lena instinctively swung the box forward. A blast of golden energy erupted, striking the figure squarely. It screamed, staggering back, but this only seemed to enrage it. "Stop, Lena!" Rowan yelled. "Don't expend all your strength. You have to control it, or it will control you." The golden glow flickered, then pulsed violently. Lena felt the box's energy coursing through her veins, a surge that left her dizzy and lightheaded, but she forced herself to focus on Rowan, on Maggie, on the promise of protecting those she loved. The spinning letters and journals swirled faster, forming a golden tornado around the box, hurling shadows back, disarming them, and forcing the cloaked figure to stumble. But then, from the darkness, another presence emerged. Taller, colder. A figure Lena had never seen before, exuding a terrifying aura of power. It stepped out of the shadows silently, and as lightning flashed, Lena's breath caught in her throat. The figure's face was hidden, but Lena felt it. She felt its eyes piercing her very soul. "You are powerful," The voice said, low and melodic. But are you ready for the truth about your mother, about your family, about yourself? Lena tightened her grip on the box. I'll face it, she said, voice trembling but defiant. Whatever it is, I'm not afraid. The figure tilted its head, a dark smile spreading. You will be. Lightning struck again, illuminating the street, Rowan, Lena, Maggie, the golden box, and the encroaching army of shadows. And then a single, deafening crack split the sky. The ground beneath them shook. The box surged violently in Lena's hands. A golden beam shot upward, piercing the clouds, and in that instant, she realized with horrifying clarity, the true battle was only beginning. The golden light from the box bathed the street in a radiant, almost blinding glow. Shadows shrieked and dissolved into the storm, leaving only the cloaked figure and the newest, impossibly tall presence standing in opposition to Lena, Rowan, and Daniel. Maggie clung to Lena's side, trembling but safe for the moment. Lena's hands shook as she held the box. The letters and journals swirled around her, spinning faster and faster, as if urging her to act. Rowan's hand found hers, fingers entwining tightly. His gaze held hers, steady, fierce, and full of unspoken promises. Lena, whatever happens, we face it together, he said. I know, she whispered, feeling a surge of courage. I'm ready. The tall, shadowed figure stepped forward, lightning illuminating just enough to reveal a familiar, twisted resemblance. Lena's stomach dropped. Mother, she breathed. It's you? The figure's hood fell back, revealing a pale, cold version of her mother, her eyes glowing silver, her presence radiating both power and menace. Not your mother, the figure said, voice smooth and icy. I am the keeper of the bloodline. Your mother tried to hide me, to shield you, but now, Lena, the time has come for the legacy to awaken. Lena's heart hammered. Legacy? What do you want from me? The keeper smiled cruelly. To prove yourself. To show that love can protect what power alone cannot. The box chose you, but it will test you. If you fail, everything you love dies. Rowan tightened his grip on her. Lena, don't listen to her threats. You have the box, and you have me. Trust yourself, and trust us. Taking a deep breath, Lena pressed the box against her chest. She could feel its energy, alive, responsive, aware of her determination. She thought of Rowan, of Maggie, of the family she was finally beginning to understand. The power surged, blinding her with warmth and light. Enough, she said, voice shaking but resolute. I won't let fear control me. I won't let you destroy us. The box exploded in a radiant golden aura. Shadows from the keeper and the storm were repelled, twisting violently before dissolving. The keeper stumbled back, eyes wide with disbelief. Rowan stepped forward, placing his hands on Lena's shoulders. You're amazing, absolutely amazing, he said, voice trembling. The keeper's expression hardened. You have power. But do you understand it? Control it? The box will demand more than your love. It will demand sacrifice. Lena's gaze hardened. Then I'll give everything. I'll protect everyone I love. And I'll face whatever comes, because I choose this. The keeper hesitated, then vanished into a swirl of silver mist, leaving behind only a faint echo. This is only the beginning. The bloodline will awaken fully soon. And when it does, nothing will remain the same. The storm finally began to break. Rain slowed to a drizzle. The golden light from the box dimmed to a soft, warm glow. Maggie hugged Lena tightly, relief washing over her young face. Rowan wrapped an arm around both of them, holding them close. Lena finally allowed herself to breathe. She looked at Rowan, eyes glistening with both fear and love. We did it, she whispered. No, Rowan said softly, brushing her wet hair from her face. We survived, and we'll fight whatever comes next together. For the first time in years, Lena felt whole. She had a family, a love she could trust, and a purpose that went far beyond herself. The box rested in her hands, a symbol of the secrets she had uncovered and the power she now possessed. And as the first rays of dawn broke through the clouds, Lena knew that life would never be simple again, But for the first time, she wasn't afraid. Because love had walked through the door, and it wasn't going anywhere.